So, today, it's Futurology Day. I am not actually sure what that means. But, Jake does. Jake, he sent me a text like early this morning, which is about 1 p.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. for me. I was busy doing
2:30 actually, precisely right when I got on my last break of the day.
Yeah, I was busy doing
my job
stuff all night though.
He actually was working on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I was trying to get the Anime with Greg going. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, go to our YouTube station. It's brand new. It is youtube.com. I think it's /users/ freaking
Vlog your pants.
I vlogged my pants. Yeah. So we had to do that because everything was taken, and that kind of is.
And nothing was taken.
Yeah, everything was taken, and nothing was taken. E and N was taken. E and N was taken. Everything, nothing was taken. I tried for about 20 minutes to find the right one, and I couldn't find any.
You know, we could always do the power plays like Microsoft and those guys always do, and be like, "I'll buy up that URL from you for $1. That's about all we can afford to give you."
Yeah, they'd probably be like, "Nah."
Oh, I'll keep it.
Nah,
I bet you're someone who hasn't even posted anything.
Yeah, we should look it up. We should actually.
Yeah,
I should go on there and look up YouTube. Who's got everything and nothing? But yeah. So that was that whole situation. But we got it. I vlogged my pants, and it's kind of a lean back to when I started Everything and Nothing a million years ago.
Making the D.
Yeah, I had a blog that was ibloggedmypants.com. So I was like, I was fine with that vlog because it's video now.
Nah.
But anyway, we have Anime with Greg up there. Which is basically me and Jake sitting here watching anime. I don't like anime. He does.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just make dick jokes the whole time.
Outlaw Star, and hopefully we'll have...
Well, next Wednesday, and it's going to come out every Wednesdays, too. Every Wednesday we'll have... is it Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Is it Tuesday? I don't know, man.
We were planning on being every Tuesday anyway. We'll see how all that works out.
Oh, that's right. Today's Wednesday. Oh, jeez. Yeah, well, you're going to hear this on Thursday, but...
It's Wednesday for us.
We're talking to you from the past.
Oh.
Yep, from the past. So is there anything you want to say to your future self?
Past Jake's an asshole. Good luck, future Jake.
Probably going to agree. Not really. Nah. Yeah, I'll agree with it. Whatever. I'll say the same thing to myself. We'll just make it like that.
Because you get into situations where you're like, that's future Jake's problem.
Yeah.
Right now I'm fine.
You know what I have a problem with? And this is me personally all the time. I'm always like, I always look back. There's two ways I look at myself in the past. It's either I was completely stupid, right? I'm like, God, I'm such a moron. Or I'm like, God, I wish I could go back there. I don't do anything in between like, oh man, that was fun, and but it was then. It's either I look back at a decision I made or how I thought about something especially when I was a teenager. Because God damn it, I knew everything. Jesus Christ, dude. And you know what I told myself? I was like, no, already know. I'm not gonna look back on myself now and be like, I'm an idiot. But dude, I was a fucking moron.
I think we can all look back at our teenage self.
Man, but I was bad. I was really bad.
I wasn't that bad.
Because I was argumentative. I was very argumentative. I mean, I was right in a lot of things, but that's what fueled even more stupidity. I was like, people don't know about this. I know about it. Therefore, they're dumb. And that's the worst way to look at anything ever. Just because somebody doesn't know this one thing that you know doesn't make you smarter than them.
It's very true.
I mean, it's...
Well, one thing, especially then, I'm still into this now, but then I always wanted to know everyone's story. People are interesting. They have interesting stories to tell. They have dumb things they've done in the past, dumb things they'd like to do in the future, cool things they want to do in the future, but, hopes, dreams are interesting, and things that people have done are interesting. And
see, I'm different. I don't want to hear anything.
I know. You know what you know, Greg. Other people are dumb.
Well, I'm still kind of like that. I'm still kind of like, anytime someone comes around me and they're like, yibba, 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 I usually just talk shit. It's kind of all I do. And, you get someone like Cameron, who the whole time I'm just making fun of him as much as I can. And I joke a lot. If any of you know me in real life, you know that I joke around, but sometimes I'm being sarcastic in a very real way, and they think I'm kidding.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And so that's how I've
well, those are the best times though, when they don't realize just how they're playing into it.
And those are my favorite.
I literally can't, unless I tell you how much of a joke I'm making out of this, I can't make it any more obvious, but you're still refusing
to believe it,
to see it.
Yeah, and that's kind of my whole point though, is that I want them to think, oh, and they go in the back room, and anyone else who's around me
Yeah.
And I'm pointing to exactly someone when I say this. But anyone else is around me is like, oh my god, he said it to him. I was like, yeah, he thinks it's a joke. He. Joke's on him. So I'm a dick. Not really. I mean, it can be.
In all fairness, Cameron's Cameron.
Which, by the way, I'm not editing this anymore.
Yeah,
I'm not going to edit his name out. I don't give a shit. We've been doing that. If you've ever heard a beep in this at all, it's because we've edited his singular name out. Like, nobody else have we ever edited out of here.
Well, now we don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
So,
you know.
But are his mom's going to come cry to us about it?
Oh, my God. And then I'm just going to tell her to shut the fuck up. And she'll be like, why? It's because I'm gay? I'll be like, I don't know. Maybe. Start a holy war.
Like, no, you're annoying.
Yeah. I don't give shit about where
if anything, you make gay people look bad. Stop that.
That should be the straight way to tell a gay person to stop being, that over, you're like, dude, everything's not a war. God, stop. Look, I don't care where your dick goes. If it goes in a butt, that's cool. If it goes in a poon, that's cool. I don't go around and say, man, I think that if straight people had, like, how they have the rainbow?
Yeah.
If we started, like, had a little patch on we could wear that told everybody that we like poon. Oh, I guess you have a wedding ring.
Well, that doesn't really apply anymore.
Oh, it doesn't apply anymore. That's right. So, yeah, because I want to start...
It's so 2005, Greg.
I know.
God.
I want to start a movement of straight people. Yeah, we're straight, and we love it.
And we're proud.
We're proud of being straight.
It's kind of like being proud of being white.
Actually, that is, isn't it? Yeah, we can't be proud about being straight or white.
Shoo.
Yeah, shut up, man. Dude, that's like normal. Don't say how normal you are.
Don't be proud of how normal you are. What are you doing? Dare you? White Pride Week, yeah.
White Pride Week. You know what's funny?
Just think about the connotations that hangs on that, though.
I know. Well, like when I was in high school, okay, I grew up in Los Angeles, and I got my ass kicked a lot. Not necessarily kicked. Yeah, kicked, kind of. Because I was that kid who was like, why? Well, dude, you can't do what you're doing. I'm like, why? I don't know why. My
so
brother's
you haven't
in a gang.
changed much.
I haven't changed much, no. So, I would get in fights with, some of the other little groups of Mexican kids, because I was in Los Angeles in pretty much an all-Mexican school, which, like I said, no big deal, except I got beat up a lot. Anyway, I moved here, and there were these 3 Mexican dudes in my school, and they started this group they called Mexi Pride. Now, and they got it okayed by the school, but what they went around saying is they were a gang. Okay? So I was like, dude, okay, well, you're not backed from the school to be a gang. That the school didn't back you to be a gang.
Yeah.
No, man, you don't understand, man. We're from East LA, man. And it's like, I know, but you're in Camas now. Nobody gives a shit. You're not in a gang. Anyway, long story short, what happened was I went into my my principal and I was like, hey, man, so can I start like a European club? Because I asked him if I can join the Mexican club. What ended up the way this ends up is I asked if I could join the Mexican club, and they said no, because you're not from Mexico. I was like, neither are you. And they're like, but we are Mexican. And I was like, okay, well then fine. So I went to talk to him because I wanted to join. So ended up happening was he said no, you can't start a European club because it's all white people. Yeah.
Did you call them racist?
I did. I called them. I called the Mexicans racist.
Good.
Anyway, we were friends for a long time. They're good guys. They just were. This was high school guys. High school at Camas when it's all white. When you have two people. Oh, and I had a guy from Kenya come in. And
oh, really?
He was freaking. That guy was so cool. That guy was so cool because like all of the wigger guys. The guys like, yeah, man. I like rap, dude. No, it's like a surfer,
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they thought they were in a gang too, and so he showed up. He's like, "What are you guys doing? Stop hanging around me," And then he ended up hanging out with our group because
I just want to eat my processed food.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, they were like, he's like, "Oh man, these guys." I was like, "It's cool. They think they're black." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good. Don't worry about it. They're retarded."
He should have taken them out into the middle of the woods and left them there and be like, "That's what it's like."
That's what it's like. You know what it's like?
Welcome to my world. You still want to be a part of us?
Oh man, we're getting way off subject here.
That's
so
fine.
what we're talking about because you okay? So he sent me these texts earlier this morning.
Well, because I was online Reddit, and I don't know. They just I came upon Futurology once again on there, and they just had some cool shit on there. The first one that caught my eye was India is now making a solar power plant that'll float on the water, thus helping with evaporation in the extreme heat of summer, because obviously that's a problem there because it's hotter than balls all summer there.
My balls are pretty hot, man.
Yeah,
I don't know,
especially like right now because it's pretty hot right now.
Yeah.
And then and on top of that, the solar panels will actually be more effective during the summer because during the summer, when the ground heats up and they're on land, it actually interferes with the solar production.
Well, because you get that bouncing of heat off the surface anyway. So yeah, that makes sense.
And so I thought that was pretty cool. And they're like, in a little like side note at the very end, it's like, oh yeah, and we're totally not the first ones to do this. Japan did it. So of course I had to click on that link, and I'm like, oh, what'd they do? And pretty much the gist of it, what I got from the article anyway, don't take this by, as the word of God, but they're like, oh shit, we kind of poisoned the Pacific Ocean with a nuclear power plant. We should look for ways that won't do that. And so they built this like outside of shipping lanes and stuff, just huge solar plant that went into production started working on November 2013.
Okay.
And though it had like its official opening sometime official.
A fish in a urinal.
Yes.
A fish in a urinal.
They put a fish in each urinal on the site.
That's how they do it. And then that's when they take breaks from making anime.
Yeah, well, and then because they're Japanese and not European. So instead of breaking a bottle of wine, they do rice wine, sake.
Oh, yeah.
And they throw one of those in with the fish.
Sock you right in the fishy urinal?
Yeah. To christen it. No, I thought it was cool. They're like, you know what? Yeah, we realized we fucked up. And it's obviously not a very safe way to go. Not so much because it's not efficient, because it is. But more because if things go bad, they go really bad. Whereas now with like solar power, it's like, well, one of the panels floated off.
Oh, well.
But that might kill, like, a school of fish.
Well, even then, if it's floating off, it's on the top of the water. You
Yeah.
just go take one of your putt boats, go grab it, and bring it back. I mean,
Come back!
I don't know why I thought immediately when I thought of a boat, I thought of, like, one of those
Putt boats.
one of those old boats, like The Last Samurai. Like, ever seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Last Samurai. Oh, you remember
Which
how,
one are you
like...
talking about?
I'm just talking about, like, the fishing boats from, like, the 1800s.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I immediately assumed that that's what Japan's boats look like. Yeah, I know that's not true.
Yeah.
But that's
fair, yeah.
when I thought of a boat, we gotta go grab that. They get in one of those boats and float on. Even with the wind sail and everything. Catch fish while they're going. Multitasking, that's what it's all about.
Well, and the great part is depending on how long the solar panel is out there, it might collect a nice cadre of seagulls.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Seagull
eggs.
And kill seagull eggs?
Yeah.
That one a route I didn't expect. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't expect seagull eggs.
Well,
it'll
be pre-hard boiled because it'll get so hot on the solar panel. And just cook
I didn't actually even think that seagulls laid eggs. Yeah, I never thought about it.
Popped into.
Yeah, I just thought that they, there you go, seagull.
Greg, they're birds.
I get it now, but when you said seagull eggs, I was like, they don't lay eggs.
That was like your first reaction.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? You know that they just exist forever. They never die. They just are.
The same seagulls have been around.
Yeah, they're like
since the beginning of time.
They're like physics. The shit doesn't change. Well, okay, so the one I really want to talk about was the little freaking shooting little twister balls up there.
Oh yeah, okay. So another one I came across. We have the internet right now. It interconnects everything. I don't actually know if that's where internet comes from.
Yeah, no, it does.
Interconnect. Okay, cool.
Ouch.
I was totally right. But then they were talking about the idea of an Outernet, which is a series of like 1 million tiny little satellites, each one 10 centimeter squares by 10 centimeter squares, or 10 by 10 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go outside in the outer atmosphere, be shot up, cost about $100,000 per right now, and they will provide free Wi-Fi, and the way they will work is a lot like torrenting works. You know, you'll be seeding from multiple things at a time to get your information. So
see here, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up right now.
Theoretically, it will just click on that top one. Right
this
there.
top one right here. Okay. Imaja.
And so it will essentially provide free internet via Wi-Fi to the entire world, no matter where you are.
Well, here's the thing, and I'm going to bring this up right now. Here's what's actually going to happen with that. All right, let's go back to Tesla. Okay, although his theories were pretty crazy, if there's free internet for the entire world, think about all the companies that provide the internet.
Oh yeah, they'll be pissed.
Right now, the net neutrality thing is going through the roof. Mm-hmm. You have like 3 companies versus the entire world, and they're still almost winning. Yeah. Like, can you imagine? It seems to me that, and think about the backlash that you get from like China and Egypt and all those places that block internet.
See, but the thing is, this is a private company doing it.
Ooh, I don't know about that then. I don't know, man. I'm looking at it right now. 10 centimeters, 1.3.
Estimated cost of $12 billion.
That's $12 billion. Okay. Two-way communication. 100 to 100. Wait.
That's how far.
Oh, that's how far it's going to float.
Okay, they'll float anywhere from 100 to 1,240 miles off the surface of the Earth.
Oh, okay, so it's right. It's a couple hundred miles below the Hubble.
Yeah.
Yep.
They actually give the stats.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that. Here. Everybody, I'm reading it. I'm not that cool.
And it's super interesting. You can look it up on Imager. We'll put the link down below, just so you can see it, because it's super awesome. And just the idea of it. I mean, estimated they're setting up the first one to start the prototype in 2015, but the idea is whenever we get that to work, it would be amazing and completely revolutionary for this day and age.
Yeah. Well, it'd be awesome. I mean, but then you got to think about it. Think about the internet service providers out there, dude. There'll be a huge fucking backlash,
absolutely.
Man. They'll be like, fuck that shit. Censorship, no. Right here, free of charge. But where are they going to get the $12 billion, though? That's a lot of fucking money. You cannot do a freaking, well, I guess you could if you did that on, what's that site?
Kickstarter?
Kickstarter, like, oh, Kickstarter, we need $12 billion.
Just think of it this way. There's still going to be opportunities to be made via money through this system.
Well, of course there was.
I mean, that's...
Antennas, satellites, satellite dishes, diddle-a-doo. And so... See, but that's what I'm saying, though. It reminds me of the Twister balls from Twister. Yeah, remember those? Inside the little things?
Oh, I see what you mean. The movie.
Yeah, inside the movie.
You said Twister, and I immediately went to the game.
Oh, like see? See, you do that, and I think of seagull eggs. It's all shitty.
And so, yeah, no, the movie Twister, the ones that they release, and yeah, I think they're even about the same size.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why when you explained it to me, I was like, oh man, reminds me of a Twister ball. But that was a defining movie for me in my childhood. Well, I'm also really into weather now. That wasn't the reason why I'm into weather. I actually saw my first tornado, and I was like, I love weather. That shit's possible.
I don't have a house now, but that was awesome.
Okay, so who is this? Okay, media developed by blah 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 blah. Phase 1, detect. Okay,
at the same time, this also sounds like Skynet. So
yeah, kind of.
So
is this hosted or is this sent by? What is the name of the company who is hosting this?
Well, no. If you go up,
Outernet.is. Actually, I was on there, dude.
Scroll up.
Look, it's right there.
Scroll.
Look.
That's the website.
Yeah, I want to go to the website. See, look at that. Vote on where it goes live first. Oh, we can vote on it? Oh my god. What does this mean, actually? America's not even on there.
Fuck America.
I'm not going to do your survey. You guys can suck a dick. I want to go live here first. Alright, anyway, so past this crap. So, what problem is Outernet solving? 40%? Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, man, that seems like, I don't know.
It'd be really cool, though.
It'd be cool. I feel like a Tesla thing's going to happen, because he wanted to make it so everybody had free electricity.
Yeah.
Which is possible. I don't know if it's possible. I mean, he sure thought it was possible.
Yeah.
Although you would have to remember, though, that if he did do that, those stations that he wanted to build would be, like, deadly if you worked at them.
Oh, yeah.
It's deadly shit. But, still, they threw him under the bus as fast as they could. As soon as he was like, I want it for free. Well, it was really funny because, Chase, the bank that I bank with now, Chase was, I can't remember the guy's first name, but he was the one who backed Tesla to get this new electricity going. And then when Tesla brought it up to him and said, hey, man, I'm totally trying to make the whole world have it for you, he's like, I'm pulling my funding. So that's when he pulled his funding, and it was crap. But, God, I wish I could shake that crazy fucker's hand. He was a cool guy. All right, enough the computer. I'm getting sidetracked. I almost went on YouTube. And forget that people are listening, or not.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
To the extent of, like, our mom. Yeah, you guys did good. No. Yeah, not even. I can't even get my wife to listen to these. I can't even get her to listen. I'm like, dude, you gotta listen to it. She's like, I have to deal with you all day long. I don't want to
hear you more.
I don't have to hear you on my day off.
On my day off, she takes days off for me.
Oh, she does.
She just leaves for a while.
But let me see if I can think of anything here, because just a couple days ago, my grandma died, and it's it sucks. Yeah, it sucks. It does. But something amazing about that was that she completely stopped eating and drinking for 10 days. Okay, so she went passed out. Or whatever, she just stopped, because she couldn't walk. She was getting old.
She was in a medically induced coma, essentially, wasn't she?
No. She just stopped by herself.
Really?
Yeah. She wouldn't wake up, and then she,
she was just in a coma.
Yeah, she was, like, literally in a coma. But she couldn't swallow. But she lasted 10 days without food or water, which I think is amazing. And we've tried to, and she got down to, like, maybe 55 pounds, which is crazy. Yeah. It's just bones.
Which is, like, as much as my leg weighs.
Yeah.
Probably less,
It's probably as much as my stomach weighs.
Especially after Costco dogs.
Oh, good Lord. I don't want to go so long. But yeah, man, it got me thinking. Like, I came back, and when she finally passed, I was, kind of sitting there. I was just thinking about what that was like, to try and think about, being in that position where, because everybody knows about the DMT dump that happens when you do die, because your body releases.
People know about the DMT. I wouldn't say everybody.
Oh, that's true, right? That's true. Okay, so what DMT is it's a I'll just explain it. DMT is a naturally occurring molecule in all living things, especially in plants and in humans. And what happens is when you die, you have a gland, and I can't remember the exact name, but when you have this gland, and it just releases all the DMT that you have. And if you do that, then it basically breaks your brain away from your body. And how that works, if you guys haven't seen it, it's called what is it called? I think it's called The God Molecule on Netflix. It's got Joe Rogan on there. He explains the whole thing. It's pretty cool. But if you were to take the same, organic molecule, like drink it in a tea, you would have the same experience. And you break away from reality. Like, you just go to sleep, and then you have this intense, I will say trip, just because everybody knows what that means.
It's more like existential experience.
It is really.
From the sounds of it.
Yeah, and so at one point in the thing, there was a guy who took it, and it was a what do you call those? A clinical study is what it was. It was a clinical study where these people of all different walks of life came in and took it to see what happened, and a doctor studied them and wrote a report and stuff. But anyway, one guy was a preacher, and he took it, and he came back, and he sat up in bed, and he was like, how long was I gone? And the doctor was like, 10 minutes. He goes, but I lived for 10,000 years. So he essentially, and then when he was explaining it, he goes, I was gone. I lived a different life. I had a different thing. It was forever. And that got me thinking about the idea, because time is essentially just what we make of it. I mean, right?
Time is perception.
It is. It is. It is in a way.
It is. It really is.
Because, as you get older, time goes quicker, whatever.
It's not the word I was looking for, but yeah.
So what I'm thinking, though, is that if that were to happen at the very last moment.
Time is relevant. There we go. That's what I was going for.
Relative.
Did I say relevant?
You did. But it is relevant.
It is relevant.
I knew what word you were going for, though.
But relative was the word I was looking for, yes.
It is relative. And in that case, at that very last moment, she could be living 10,000 years. You know what I mean? We could all live 10,000 years. Because that's what he felt at that last moment. You know? Well, he didn't actually die, but he had the DMT. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just, it's kind of an interesting thought. Because, you know, it's just like sleeping. Like, I've went to sleep sometimes. And I've been like, I wake up, I'm like, shit, I'm late for work. And I open my eyes and I'm like, I've been sleeping for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then people have, like, I've had dreams before where I'm like, wow, that was like years.
Years of dreaming, yeah. You know?
Well, especially fever dreams. Oh my god.
Yeah, but those I think are half real too sometimes. I've had fever dreams. I've had fever dreams where I thought people were coming in to give me water. And I'm like, thank you. And I look over and it's there. I'm like, fuck. That was just
I had, there's only one that's like super potent and stuck with me. But like, it felt like I was laying in bed for like 30 years.
Wow.
And during the same time, I could feel like every molecule in my body like going forever until it hit another molecule and bounced off.
Are you sure you weren't on acid?
You know what? I was like, I bet this is what being high feels like.
That's pretty much what it feels like.
Holy shit. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
When I woke up, I was like, I'm still
young.
A thing.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, I'm a kid again.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
That's
what
revitalized. Every mom wants their kid to do at like 10. Wake up, I've already lived a full life. I'll listen to you, Mom, because you were right. Yeah, that didn't happen. But
my mom is right a lot, though.
Well, no, I'm not saying my mom's not right a lot.
I'm just saying
that the child...
That holds more weight with some than others, you know.
That is true.
Listen to me, I'm right, I'm your mother. She is right a lot.
Yeah, my mom's right a lot, too.
She's not going to listen to this, so...
She's not.
She'll never have proof of me saying that, but she's right a lot.
I'm going to save that clip and send it to her. Anonymously.
That's fine.
She's going to get a thing. My mom was right all the time. She's going to go, oh, I love you, Jake. You're like, where'd you get that? Who gave that to you? I'm going to kill Greg.
So she still has, back when I was like 6 or something, she got this picture frame, and it has, you can record a voice message on it. Uh-huh. And so she's changed my picture through it, like, throughout the years. Uh-huh. But she's kept the same voice message from when I was like 6 or something. Uh-huh. Like, you know, I hope you have a good day at work, Mommy. I love you. Or something like that. And so it's just like me in high school or whatever, and she pushes the button because it has a button. Says that.
Man, I'm glad.
Thanks, Mom.
I'm glad I don't know. I was a very sentimental kid. Never was, man. I was always,
kid?
I'm sentimental now.
Mm.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Kind of. I mean, you know, I save shit all the time, man. Look at my place. Look at how much shit. In this very room we're in right now, look at how much bullshit I have. Granted, a lot of that's been acquired over the last, 2 years. Because most of my other shit's in Boise, but think about this. Think about the amount of shit that's in here.
Alright, that's fair.
So, yeah, man. I'm not a hoarder. I'm sentimental about some things. Look, I got a squirrel thing right there. Joe got it for me. It's beautiful.
Oh.
It's so beautiful.
You did just have squirrel, a month and a half ago.
Oh, God, I know. Poor guy.
Carrick.
Yeah, poor guy. I feel bad. He's better now.
Okay, I was going to say, did he die?
He didn't die. No, he didn't die. He was just, he'd been picked up by, and I might even talk, now I'm going to talk to the thing. He'd been picked up by a bird. Sorry, I'm not going to do it like that. Anyway, he was picked up by a bird and dropped, and he had a broken, the whole left side of his side. Yeah, whole left side of his body was broken. That's probably where he landed. And he got all sorts of abscess on his neck and on his back. And I thought he was going to die. And I literally was pretty distraught over the whole thing.
Yeah,
I love my squirrels.
It soul crushed Greg.
It did.
Just the thought of it.
I thought that if he died and it would have been my fault because I just didn't take him because I wanted a squirrel. Mm. I love squirrels. I'll put up, maybe someday we'll edit my squirrel footage and put it up on everything that I do. But as of now, I'm not going to show anybody. Well, it's on my site, but,
yeah, that's true.
I think I've got 1 subscriber, and that's me. I don't think you can subscribe to your own thing.
Well, you probably did via a different profile.
Maybe. I got a lot of profiles on
accident. Oh, man, this guy's really cool, and he's got squirrels just like I do.
He's kind of chubby like me, too. What the fuck? We should be friends. But, yeah, so another thing I do want to go over again was that, yes, we'll be doing once a week. We'll have Anime with Greg. we're also going to have, I'm going to be working on relatively soon. I don't know how quick I can make them, but it's going to be Karl Pilkington's Words of Wisdom. If you guys have ever watched Idiot Abroad, then you know how badass it is. And if you haven't, you don't know how badass it is. Go on Netflix. The first, second, and third season are on there.
And they're hilarious.
Yeah, basically it's just it's an English guy who doesn't want to have to go travel. And what's his name? It's Ricky
Gervais.
Gervais, yeah. He sends him to a bunch of places he doesn't want to go, like to see the pyramids. And my favorite quote is that when he goes and sees the Great Wall of China, he's like, "It's like the all right Wall of China. It's not that big of a deal."
They didn't even finish it.
Yeah, they didn't even finish it.
They just go around.
They have a bear right there because the wall isn't that cool of an attraction, so they got a bear. So we're gonna be doing that. I'm gonna be cutting up some of that stuff. Also, too, what else do we got coming on the YouTube here soon?
Shit, we had something else. I don't know. We got more stuff coming.
Yeah,
it'll happen. And they'll be. Most of them will be weekly. Some of them will be doing little shorts.
Yeah, the Karl Pilkington I could probably make pretty quickly, because really it's just they're gonna be short videos. I'm just gonna do short ones about Suzanne and because there's a lot of good ones. Yeah, a lot of him and his girlfriend. But other than that, guys, yeah. What did we name this one? What was this one?
Futurology.
Futurology, yeah, Futurology and Death Comprehension and. Squirrels.
Yeah, and links to the...
Are we going to put this on YouTube?
Yeah.
Do we want to put this one on YouTube? Okay, cool. So, yeah, we'll actually be putting this one on YouTube, too. So we'll be putting our podcast. It's only going to have a video, or it's not going to have a video because I refuse to spend 20 hours editing all of that shit down when I can just post it on there with an everything and nothing tag. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, links below to the Outernet and the cool Indian thing.
Yeah.
Solar panels.
And then I'll put a link to some random stuff. I'll put random links.
Random links.
Just a link.
You should link to Karl Pilkington.
Yes, actually.
Idiot Abroad.
Yep. And then I'll let you guys... Yeah, totally. Yeah, we'll put that down there, too. Yeah. So other than that, we're good.
All right, guys. Have a good day. And,
get the fucking bed.
Shit the fucking bed.